Chapter 1: Defining Self-Worth. Self-worth is the foundation upon which we build our identity, decisions, and relationships. It determines how we see ourselves and, in turn, how we allow others to treat us. Unlike external achievements or societal validation, self-worth is an internal recognition of our inherent value. It is not something we earn, it is something we must acknowledge and embrace. Yet many people struggle to define their worth because they confuse it with self-esteem and confidence, or fall victim to misleading myths about what makes a person truly valuable. The difference between self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence. It is common for people to use self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence interchangeably, but they are not the same. While they are interconnected, each serves a unique function in shaping how we perceive ourselves. Self-worth is the deep, unwavering belief that you are valuable and deserving of love, respect, and fulfillment simply because you exist. It is not tied to external factors such as achievements, status, or the opinions of others. Unlike confidence or self-esteem, which can fluctuate based on circumstances, self-worth remains constant when properly developed. The philosopher Nathaniel Branden once said, "Self-worth comes from one thing, thinking that you are worthy." This statement underscores the fact that self-worth is a mindset. It is not about what you do, but about how you fundamentally see yourself. A person with a strong sense of self-worth does not need validation from others to feel complete. They understand that mistakes, failures, and setbacks do not diminish their value. Even on their worst days, they still recognize their inherent worth. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself based on your perceptions, experiences, and interactions. It is shaped by accomplishments, feedback from others, and personal growth. Unlike self-worth, self-esteem is conditional. It can rise and fall depending on circumstances. For instance, if you receive praise at work or succeed in a personal goal, your self-esteem might increase. Conversely, if you experience failure or criticism, your self-esteem might take a hit. However, when your self-worth is strong, these external factors will not dictate how you fundamentally view yourself. Brené Brown once wisely stated, "You are imperfect. You are wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging." This highlights the key difference. Your self-worth should remain unshaken, regardless of how your self-esteem fluctuates. Confidence is the belief in your abilities. It is the outward expression of self-assurance in specific areas of life, such as public speaking, career skills, or social interactions. Confidence can be built through practice and experience, but it does not necessarily mean a person has strong self-worth. Someone can be highly confident in their job skills, but still struggle with feelings of unworthiness. For example, a successful entrepreneur may excel in business, but feel deeply insecure in personal relationships. Confidence can be situational, whereas self-worth is a deep-rooted belief that does not change based on performance. How they work together. Think of self-worth as the foundation, self-esteem as the walls, and confidence as the paint on a house. Without a solid foundation of self-worth, the entire structure is unstable. A person who relies solely on confidence or self-esteem for their sense of worth may feel great in moments of success, but crumble when faced with failure. Myths and misconceptions about worth. Many people struggle to embrace their self-worth because of false beliefs they have absorbed over time. These myths create unnecessary pressure and prevent individuals from recognizing their value. Myth 1. Your worth is based on your achievements. One of the most damaging misconceptions is that your worth is determined by your accomplishments. Society often measures success in terms of financial status, career achievements, or material possessions. While these can contribute to confidence and self-esteem, they do not define a person's worth. Consider the words of Maya Angelou. Your worth is not measured by your productivity. A person's value does not decrease when they experience failure, take a break, or choose a simpler life. Worth is inherent. It exists regardless of external success. Myth 2. Other people define your worth. Many people believe their worth is tied to how others see them. They seek approval from friends, family, or society to feel validated. However, this creates a dangerous cycle where self-worth becomes dependent on external validation. The reality is that no one can determine your worth except you. People's opinions are often influenced by their own experiences, biases, and insecurities. Letting others define your value means giving away your power. As Steve Maraboli said, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Myth 3. Self-worth must be earned. Many people operate under the false belief that they must prove their worth through hard work, sacrifices, or pleasing others. This belief stems from childhood experiences, societal expectations, or personal insecurities. The truth is, you are worthy simply because you exist. Your worth is not something you have to earn or fight for. You do not need to overextend yourself to be good enough. Learning to accept this truth is key to developing a strong, unshakable sense of self-worth. Myth 4. Self-worth and perfection go hand in hand. Perfectionism is another barrier to self-worth. People who chase perfection often tie their value to flawless performance. They believe that making mistakes or falling short diminishes their worth. However, perfection is an illusion. Even the most successful people have failures, flaws, and moments of doubt. As Albert Einstein wisely said, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Mistakes are not a reflection of worthlessness, they are a sign of growth. Myth 5. Being self-worthy means being arrogant. Some people fear that embracing their worth makes them selfish or arrogant. They associate self-worth with narcissism, but in reality they are vastly different. True self-worth is humble and secure. It does not require putting others down or proving superiority. In contrast, arrogance is often a cover for deep-seated insecurity. As C.S. Lewis put it, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. When you have strong self-worth, you do not need to compete for validation. You simply know your value. Conclusion. Understanding self-worth is the key to living a life of fulfillment, confidence, and inner peace. Unlike self-esteem and confidence, which can fluctuate based on circumstances, self-worth is a constant recognition of your inherent value. By rejecting harmful myths, breaking free from the need for external validation, and embracing the truth that you are worthy just as you are, you can cultivate an unshakable foundation that will guide you through every aspect of life. Let's end the chapter with this quote from Maya Angelou. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Hold on to this truth, and you will never again question your worth.